G'day beaks and beaks to be. Are you curious about learning more about beekeeping? I have been a beekeeper for over 55 years and rearing queen bees since the 1980s.
When I met Alan through my local beekeeping club, I knew nothing about bees.
Today is the 26th of June 2015. It is the start of the new honey season, and we haven't looked at this hive in the brood chamber since the beginning of April when we placed the winter mat on. So now we're going to relieve some of the honey out of the brood chamber, place up into the middle super, and prepare the hive for building up bees to bring in honey. Saves a lot of work. Yep, that's okay there now. This is the first time since the 1st of April, or the first week in April, that we put the winter mat on. So we're going to check to see what honey is in the brood chamber. So you can stay outside there if you like to see. Just see if you can pull that frame out, see if it's got it's empty.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's one of the new ones that we put in about 5 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see here that's all honey, that outside frame. You can see the honey through there, and also this one here, see the honey through there. That means that one's full of honey, and possibly this one here may be full of honey to keep warmth in. So we're going to take one honey out and move the brood out, or honey out. Oh, that's full of honey too. Got a lot of honey in it. Yeah, a lot of honey there. Can't see the queen, just hold that one for the moment. Oh boy. That's chocolate. Yeah, well that's to keep the warmth in. As you can see here, this is a totally capped, totally full frame of honey, and that's for keeping warmth in the brood chamber on the cold nights during the winter. But the days are warm, so the bees are really working, and you can see how strong this hive is. This is the end of June, getting close to the middle of winter. So what we're doing here is what you call building up your bees for honey production. So this frame here has got some honey in it, and brood. As soon as that brood hatches, you'll find that the bees will fill that with honey for warmth. Now that's got eggs.
How can you tell?
The brood's not capped. See, that's all capped brood there.
Yeah.
On this side here, see, it's not capped. There's only a little bit capped. So that's egg. That'll be all eggs there. That young brood that's hasn't been capped yet.
So when you're looking at a frame of brood and you're trying to side eggs, the best thing to do is get the sun directly behind you, as Lucille's about to demonstrate, and then she'll hold the frame parallel to her body. And then what she'll do is tilt the frame back and forth until she gets the sun directly in the bottom of those cells, and only when the sun's in the bottom of the cells are you able to see unsealed brood or eggs. Eggs are very small and are stuck to the bottom of the cell, and unsealed brood or hatchlings will see a smear of royal jelly or pap, which means that those eggs have just hatched.
Yellow.
And then we'll get a look at some sealed brood there. So in the bottom of these cells here, which is very hard to catch with the camera, and that's the best way to check for eggs, to see if your queen is still active and performing.
Right, so we do the same on the other side. Solid frame of honey for warmth. Little bit of pollen there, but the rest of it's all honey. So this is the frame from the inside that I took from the far side. So it has brood, and pollen, some honey. So we'll put that to the outside wall. That one there. This is an empty comb we put in about 4 or 5 days ago. They've cleaned it all up and it's a good comb for the brood super. And over to your left there's another frame that we've taken out of the middle super, which has only been put in about 4 or 5 days. And so we'll put that in also in the brood super. We've only left 2 frames at this time of the year, and because of the very warm days. You can put them in either the second or the third in from the outside, no further, otherwise they'll only fill it with honey. We haven't found the queen. She's there somewhere, so you've got to be very, very careful what you're doing. But make space for your frames. You can just put your frame in a little bit and just twist it so it clears it, so your frame will fit in quite easily. Squeeze all your frames together from the outside wall. So this one here was the third one in. Right, so this one here we mark it, so this is the 6th. 6 to 15, that's the 6th month of 15. And this one here was the second one. That tells us when the frame is put in the brood chamber. Marking pin goes back on the back of your smoker, so it's ready at all times. What we do here now, we don't put the winter mat straight on. We just slide the winter mat through. So you're pushing your bees out of the road. On goes your mat. Right, so then you have a look around the outside, make sure the queen didn't come outside. Right, okay, once you move those in, I want to put this frame of honey to the outside wall. So just sort of tilt the frame to make space in the corner. The ones in the brood chamber are tight together, the ones in the honey super are spaced. That's how your honey's proud when you're uncapping it.
Yes.
Right, now see here, this is one of the honeys that we took off from the There may or may not be some eggs in there, so we'll put that in this top super so we can check it 5 to 7 days time, and we put a bee on it. That tells us that we've only got to check that frame in 5 to 7 days time for any rogue queen cells. Always check, no bees underneath. That's okay there. So we could actually take that full super honey off if we extract it. Right. Records are a must when working beehives, because after the first or second hive you can't remember what you've done on the very first one. So we're at Point Halloran. So today is the 26th of the 6th by 2, but we actually did 2, but we only need check 1. And that must be done between 5 and 7 days time, because there could be rogue queen cells if any eggs are there for hatching.